that he can use. He even had an MVP performance on the Lee Sin in game number 2, and he can still use it here in this series if ever to help Don128 and Sky perform as they wanted.
That's 3 games in a row that we'll be seeing and witnessing Weiba on Yone. They really are putting all eggs on the Weiba basket, because pretty much that's one way to do it. If you're Trace Esports, play around Weiba and ask and trust Weiba to carry you on towards the next game. Right? It's already a do or die for Trace Esports. 3 wins already on the board for FPX. And we're witnessing the last set of bans. They're going to target some of the champions of Bo7, banning away the Kazakhs and the Lee Sin as well.
Perfect way to respect Bo7, especially with his performance a while ago. And that leaves lesser options here for Bo7. Still can go with something like a buy, but that's not really the high damage first output that you want to give Bo7 if ever the Alistair as well is going to be taken away here. And lesser options for attack. Yeah,
but somewhere at some point you kind of have to deny the Nautilus from FPX, because there's also an opportunity for them to pick up the Nautilus in the jungle if they kind of just want to have that AoE utility lockdown. And immediately Trace Esports has decided to take that away from them. Very good pick overall, but this is a problem. Now Sivir is going to join the party of FPX. It all comes down to the last pick. Is it going to be the Aatrox jungle, or is it still going to be the Aatrox Baron lane? Because that still is a flex pick here, Kiang.
Yeah, they can still pick up something like a Jax here for Don128 if ever. They're hovering the buy, which is still good. Not much damage as Lee Sin in terms of bursting, but engage and crowd control, this is top notch for FPX.
Yeah, not really the best team fighting champion to have though, right? Like 4 of the champions of FPX is all about team fighting, and then you have a single target lockdown on the buy. Feels out of place, really. Yeah. But Trace Esports is still going for the double marksman composition this time. But Korn having the Mage Corki instead, and asking Weiba to carry them to the promised land or to game number 6 is pretty much the ask here for Trace Esports. Overall, the draft is pretty much equal. Team fighting, I should favor FPX, but when it comes to the late game executions, late game team fighting, especially if Weiba gets the necessary resources, similar to what happened in game number 4, Trace Esports are still within striking distance of winning this game.
Oh man, this is gonna be tough. This is going to be exciting to watch here. Trace Esports going with a Weiba comp once again here on the Yone. Everyone banking on him here in this game to perform as he did in game number 4, getting the MVP performance as well. FPX still going with team fighting based compositions, late game scaling as well. Aatrox in the top lane in a severe to just increase their movement speed later on when they dive against Trace Esports.
Game number 5, ladies and gents. I've been reading some comments there saying there's already a script laid out by one of our commenters. Really? Is that how it's supposed to go? We'll see though. Again, for FPX, they have a very good early game juggler in the Vi. They do have a very good matchup on the top side, right? Like Don128. Oh, they want a 2v2 right away.
A Vault Breaker gonna be used. Weiba flashing away. Lisa's gonna be trapped here for so long. Korn though dealing a bit of damage. Flash by Bo7, and nobody dies. Many utility or summoner spells though has been used.
Yeah, it's a trade of summoner spells, but Don128 is still healthy enough to start this Baron lane beatdown. Lisa though, again at level 1, like you will have enough regen, right? Like especially if the honey fruit gets eaten at 45 seconds, should have enough sustain. But Don128 pretty much has the advantage on the top side. Tak, by the way, picked Ornn and was pretty much responsible in getting the lockdown on primary target. 22 seconds CC time is a good enough stat But FPX, so far, even with a Sivir, they're still dominating the bottom lane.
Yeah.
Especially because it's, against one of the weaker laners in Zeri.
Yeah, it's not illusion. It's not something that can be very aggressive in the early game. The Nautilus is also gonna be denied a little bit in terms of Tak's usual aggressive playstyle in the laning phase just because of this pick.
And then Chow will still continue to buy items from outside the base. It's just always a luxury to have when playing as Diorn. FPX, they're trying to survey the field, right? They kind of want to know what will be the path in here by the bot lane, and you're seeing ricochets from downstairs. Interesting.
Bo7 as well getting access on this Scuttle Crab. Top side should be secure, but we're seeing a bit of an invade actually by the Aatrox just a while ago. Went back into the base. Trace Esports again just playing this slow. It's not gonna risk anything just yet. They have the luxury of playing this passively just because of their composition. Double HP plus Yone. So not much to do in the early game.
But this is also showing of how Trace Esports misses Juju in a nutshell, right? Because Juju won't allow this early game domination. Yet Chow and company is enjoying here in the bottom lane, right? Like, we've seen Juju and Tak win multiple lanes by themselves, and we have to also remember that Trace Esports has been running the same dual lane ever since last season, Gyang. So
yeah,
it's really very surprising that in the playoffs they have decided to switch some roster over. Now FPX and company is setting up a potential catch here in the mid lane, but Bo7, okay, he's going to get spotted.
Yeah, Weiba going back with the Soul Unbound. Lisa was well taking a bit of poke there from Bo7, but not really too much to struggle here in the laning phase. Both junglers just respecting each other, especially in helping their Baron laners as well, but no kills, no deaths. Trace Esports actually having the much better position right now.
At least so far, right? But we are also witnessing a lane dominance in the bottom lane to a point that we have a 500 gold lead for the Dragon laner of FPX, and pretty much it's the same story over and over again. What happened in the bottom lane?
Yeah. And you mentioned a while ago, right? They missed Juju. This time, top side, it is not still going to be successful because of the flash here of Dawn 128. That's information as well for FPX.
Yeah, it's the Fate Seal plus Lee Sao using his dominance. So 2 ultimates for 1 flash for Dawn 128 on the top side. But again, we are also at a very critical juncture. It's not the same 3-minute ultimates that whenever gets committed will still be available for any potential 5-minute team fight. FPX does know that they have the advantage ultimates-wise and utility-wise if they ever set up a team fight towards or around the Rift Herald, which is going to happen soon, right? Because we've seen a lot of games so far in where teams really wants to prioritize the Rift Herald, and I do believe that this game is not going to be any different.
FPX though, I think they will be forced a little bit to just trade just because of the early game presence here of FPX. Yone doesn't really deal that much damage in the early game. The Zeri as well, the Corki as well, and everyone will just lack damage here on the side of Trace Esports, if ever. And Lisa was not going to be able to hold the front line for so long. Dawn 128 though is being engaged, being forced back here by Lisa. Still fighting back, getting the pull as well. Not much damage there.
Ignite also was used, and Bo7 wanted to go for away, but had it connected. That could have been an easy lockdown from FPX, but the action continues, and they really are targeting down this Rift Herald. Will be paying respects towards the package that is available for Korn, and they are going for Lee Zhao instead. Good dice.
And this time, Fate Seal connecting onto the back line as well. Bo7 still gonna be fine. Right now, Yuri and Korn are on the backside. Kong as well is staying alive for so long. And nobody dying just yet. But it's about to change this time around as the Herald is secured here by FPX. Trace Esports respecting him as well. No deaths, just the objective.
Yeah, Kong was again very vulnerable there. Now, Dawn 128 is still very scary even without the World Ender. Now the prize is going to get claimed here by FPX. That will be the first tower here in the mid lane. And to add insult into the injury that Trace Esports did possess in that team fight loss, that's another objective towards Fawn plus Phoenix.
And why again? Because information was acquired by FPX, knowing that Weiba is clearing camps on top side. They had the ward on the Tribush there, and that signaled the second objective, the Dragon, being taken by FPX.
Right. It's also clutch that Kong was able to survive that all-in from Trace Esports. I thought it will be the same exact, I would say, script from last game in where Kong got caught multiple times, allowing for Trace Esports to have the snowball that they needed to win game number 4. But this time around, Kong survived with 1 HP. We also want to be the help that FPX needs to close out the series right here, right now.
Yeah, it's the risk, the weird risk that Trace Esports took there and contesting the Rift Herald is actually quite odd to me. They could have just traded the objective and not be in this deep of a hole right now here.
I know.
At 7 minutes.
We don't have any kills yet. That's the surprising part, right? Like the game has progressed very slowly. But in the favor of FPX, because their laning phase in the bottom lane was pretty much a one-sided beatdown. And we also know that they won the objective team fight that they needed to get the Rift Herald. And another tower is going to be destroyed here by FPX for free.
For free. No contestation, nothing, no trades by Trace Esports. And we're circling back to, again, their decision a while ago to engage onto the Rift Herald and contest against FPX. Because right now, 2 problems arise. The scaling of FPX, especially with the team fighting, actually going to be used, preventing the recall. And it should just be falling down the first blood by Trace Esports as well in this game.
Yeah. That was very well played by Trace Esports, right? Like that ward check, Bo7 though. Going for the engage.
Yuri is very low. The Vault Breaker into the flash, and everyone's just gonna be dropping dead. You might have gotten 1 kill, but we'll take 2 on your side.
Another one.
Stack trying to survive is gonna be surviving for so long until that strike by Don128. Lisa as well gonna be a little bit later on towards the party. Still Kong is gonna be initiated here, gonna be taken down. Those 7 is gonna be as well. Scorn is just free hitting from the backside, but a double kill already by Don128 will scare him off. And that's FPX just flexing.
Lisa was huge. In the air was like a 3-for-1, right? Or 3-for-2. But let's look at that replay once again. A very well placed Vault Breaker into a flash, catching Yuri off guard, plus the combo that allowed Weiba no reaction time at all. Cat and company also suffered another defeat here. But look at these.
Not sure. What's happening here right now?
We're reporting. Okay, I think we're still live. Yeah. Okay, the game is back. The game is back. That's good. That's good.
Sorry, we kind of got ganked a bit there, but rest assured, the game is gonna be continuing.
They don't want to showcase what Lee Sao did. I guess what happened.
Apologies, everybody, but we do understand your sentiment because we as well did not see anything.
Yeah,
for the brief moment.
Lee Sao did get like 2 kills in that exchange and is now 1.5k ahead of the Aatrox. Definitely a win condition to have for Trace Esports. Oh, Weiba. No way!
Oh, no escape. Everyone just commits.
And he went for the soul and bound and kind of disrespected the all-in potential damage-wise of FPX and Trace Esports. That's not what you want if you kind of want to extend the series. Another engage.
Ooh, that's just the fact it's already expanded with that play. And FPX still got something there, and that's a tower. Right now, the dragon is going to be on the table. And again, they managed to get the first dragon a while ago this time.
Lisa,
Kong's still going to be fine. Call of Fortune going to be used here. onto the members of Trace
Teleport by Weiba.
Okay, the charge though by Chow. Kill onto the Severe and the steal by Weiba. Trace is gonna be to escape as well. Trace Esports, no one is dying just yet, but FPX wants to take them down, and that's gonna be the first kill. But still, great steal by Weiba.
Clutch teleport play. Being able to not just kill Kong in the process, but also steal away the dragon was clutch for the chances of Trace Esports. It was starting to get away from them, right? Like FPX is already licking their fingers. They know that they are in the lead. But look at this play once again from Trace Esports. Lee Sao has been an eye-opener and has been the hero that was needed by Trace Esports. Over and over again, he goes for Kong. And even with a QSS, it doesn't matter, right? Like, QSS is there to just prevent the stuns. But the damage will still get onto you, and you have to respect the mid-game damage of the Renekton. Luckily for FPX, they were able to at least get one kill in return, but Trace Esports should have enough in that team fight to need to smile in the overall outcome of that game, or of that skirmish.
And in 1 second, Weiba, after teleporting, stolen bound into a flash, into a mortal steal after the sweep and the smite as well, to say thank you to Bo7.
Yeah. More importantly for Trace Esports, they denied the Dragon Soul win condition for FPX, because again, it's starting to Weiba.
Man, the only thing lacking after that combo is a badge coming in this time for Weiba.
Yeah, and Don Wante had to use the World Ender because he dashed in and feared for his life. Weiba is already starting to again be confident with his plays. Trace Esports banking on the fact that Weiba is still that carry that would allow for them to extend this series. But for FPX, it's trying to deplete the chances of Trace Esports. And you look at how they play this one out, right? Like, they just want to deny almost all resources from Weiba, and that's a very good plan to have against Trace.
Yeah, there are 5,000 gold ahead. Still, we see them very consistent in denying resources from Weiba. But also, Trace Esports still having the confidence despite being down by 5,000 gold, and Weiba scaring off the members of FPX as well when he goes in. That is how scary this jungler of Trace Esports is.
You know, the big concern I do have about Weiba and his teleport enchant right now is that he overextends. He doesn't have the QSS or the stasis enchant that often is needed by the Yone in a very sticky situation, right? Like, sure, that teleport was a very good thing to have, especially with how he played that second dragon, but in the upcoming team fights, FPX knows that Weiba will be very vulnerable, and all those lockdowns that can be done here by Bo7 and company.
Yeah, no stasis equals no damage negation, no outplay potential on a team fight, no stalling possible here for Weiba. And this time, it is still present. Weiba checking the area, checking the pit. We'll just drop a ward as well. Nothing happening just yet. Just information gathering for both of these sides. Bo7 as a front line as well. As Lee Sao battle for the red buff this time around. Ditching the Baron for the meantime. FPX is going to be winning. Weiba checking the area as well. Stace is going to be his final not to survive. But this time, it is Lee Sao's time to shine. 1-1-8 rather, as the Aatrox is landing the damage. The Corki as well just going to make it down. Lee Sao running for the high heels and will just get taken out by FPX. They waited for the perfect opportunity and they got it.
That's the clean ace, and FPX knows what's up. 14 minutes and 50 would go for the finish.
And we have seen the situation before for Trace Esports. They had the same experience when they battled against EDG, and the babies of EDG this time, the Team B, FPX, giving them the same score.
4-1, FPX advances to the next round and knocks out Trace Esports from WRL A2 playoffs. My man, what a performance by Fun plus Phoenix.
A domination by FPX. And this is why we just continue to love